I recently was looking for some new cat's tongue brushes on Amazon. It's another story too about you should never type in cat's tongue brush on Amazon. There's some really bizarre things out there that have absolutely nothing to do with painting. But anyway, that aside, I recently bought a set of 3 cat's tongue brushes on Amazon. They were rather inexpensive, and they were from a manufacturer called ZEM, Z-E-M. They put a card in with those brushes saying, hey, go to our website, we have more brushes there. Well, I absolutely did go to their website because those brushes, although they were just inexpensive synthetic brushes, were absolutely fantastic. So I went ahead and I ordered some more from ZEM, and I am here to say that I had never heard of ZEM before. I think they might possibly be the best kept secret in brushes. I don't know if this is going to focus for you to see, but this is a card that came with one of my orders from them, as yes, I did make more than one order. But ZEM brushes, they're in Campbell, Ohio, and just FYI, I am not being paid to give this review. Absolutely, this is just something that I had to make a video for, because if you're like me and you go through a lot of brushes, you're always looking for high quality but not quite as expensive brushes. And the brushes at ZEM range in quality from the lower end that you can get from them for kids all the way into the high-end artist brushes. And all of their brushes are just wonderful. I can't say enough about them. I'm going to show you a few of the ones that they have. This is their synthetic mongoose filbert. And let me bring that up so you can have a look at that brush. And these brushes, they're synthetic, but they actually, in my opinion, they perform an awful lot like an actual mongoose brush. And as you can see, they just have a wonderful feel on the paper. The feedback, the spring on this brush for synthetic is just fabulous. I would highly recommend these brushes. They also have synthetic sable brushes. It's called their 5600 series Kolinsky synthetic long liner is what this one is. And these also perform very well. And I'm using here, this is black watercolor paper, 100% cotton. And I am using Yorka metallic watercolors. As you can see, this synthetic sable, it just performs beautifully with these watercolors. Now they also have higher end brushes, actual sable brushes. They are a little bit pricier. I decided to try some of those. They blew me away at how good they are. This is one of them. This is what I haven't seen this before. It's a Kolinsky brush, but it's what they call an extended filbert. And so it sort of looks like a round brush, but it's got a fuller belly, and it's sort of flat. It holds a lot of water, a lot of paint, and the performance on this is just spectacular. The feel of it on the paper and it's just a wonderful brush. I know I'm getting all bubbly about these brushes, but I have to say that, you know, I do a lot of painting, and I just have not come across brushes that are as nice as these are at such a good price point. And they have so many different kinds. This is another one of their higher end. This is a Pro Kolinsky Sable Round. It's got this really nice finger grip, like a triangular finger grip on it. And it's a nice long round. Let's see if I can get that to focus for you. And let me bring it up here. But it's got great spring like all of the Kolinsky Sables would. And these brushes are really well put together. I haven't had any of these brushes shed whatsoever. And this is another one of their brushes. This is the Kolinsky Sable Cat's Tongue. And again, this is another brush that it has wonderful spring to it. Very nicely performing brush. Now they have some additional synthetics that I also tried, and every one of them performed wonderfully. This is what they call their black swirl brush. This one is a round, and as you can see, it just performs lovely. Absolutely a beautiful brush. And you won't break the bank with their synthetic brushes, even though, you know, a lot of these ones that I've tried are their higher end synthetic brushes. You're only talking, you know, $2 to $6 a brush. You know, some of the larger sizes obviously are going to get more expensive. But they're wonderful brushes. I don't think that I will ever get brushes anywhere else at this point. And one of the things that I really like about the ZEM brushes is that they're short handles. Some of them are extremely short. And they do say that in the description. But I love a much shorter handled brush. I do a lot of very small, delicate watercolor paintings. And I feel I have more control with a brush that has a much shorter handle. This is what they call a green synthetic sable cat's tongue. And I'm not sure why they call it green, because there's nothing green about the brush. But it is, as with the others, a wonderfully performing brush. And what I like about these larger sizes of the cat's tongues is you can actually get them to be almost like a wash brush. But again, just wonderful performance from this brush. And let's see, an additional, this is their Micro Cat's Tongue, and this has the triangular grip, and it is a very tiny, tiny point. And for someone like myself that does a lot of very intricate watercolor paintings, a small brush like this can give me some very, very delicate, tiny detail. And let's look at just a couple more. Yes, I have a lot of their brushes at this point. This is another one of their Kolinsky Sable Synthetics. This is one of the larger sizes. This is a size 10, and as you can see, I mean, this brush is just, it's got the spring back of actual sable. I mean, obviously, you know, it's not going to perform exactly like sable, but this comes really close in my opinion. And I have, you know, both sable and synthetic, and this brush is just such a wonderfully performing brush. Put this over here. And you can see that you can just get such a nice wash with it, or you can come in and it holds a nice fine sharp point so that you can do detail work even with a brush that is a size 10. So hopefully I didn't bubble over too much about these ZEM brushes, but I just had to make a video because the quality of the brushes is just so good. They have a huge variety. Again, it's ZEM, Z-E-M, ZEM brush manufacturer. They're in Campbell, Ohio, and they're just at zembrush.com, and I'll leave a link in the description. And just again, I want to make sure you know I have not been paid to do this review at all. I purchased all of my brushes from them, and they are just so nice. I had to get the word out.